Intuition, gut feelings, using the third eye. This spirit information is filtered through our human bodies. However, some bits and pieces of spirit information get left behind. Welcome to Unfiltered. DeEtte Ranae is an unfiltered psychic medium and here to give you messages from spirit with no holds barred. DeEtte Ranae says it as she receives it. And here is your host of Unfiltered, DeEtte Ranae.
Hey everybody, this is DeEtte here on Unfiltered with DeEtte Ranae. I am doing a reading night, guys. It feels like it's been forever since I've seen anybody. We have not done this show for one reason or another for 3 weeks. Oh my God, it's been 3 weeks. That is just crazy. Three weeks. I mean, seriously. So tonight, guys, what we are going to do is we are going to allow you to come in. You know how we've done that in the past, where if you want to come in, we're going to put a link in the comments. Make sure you come in and say hi. For a while, I think I'm going to just chit chat until we kind of get people in to say hi, how you doing? Because you know what, you're not used to seeing me. So, you know, we're usually by now we got a whole bunches of people. Right now, it's just a few. So do me a favor, come in, say hi, say how you're doing. Let me know you're there. You know, go from there. You know what I mean? And then we'll start doing some questions and do some card readings, maybe some psychic readings, whatever, you know, see what we got there. But we are going to put the link in the comments to where you guys can click the link and then come on screen with me. You know, we've done that before in the past. We're going to do it again tonight. And yeah, there you go. And as you know, you always have the option to come either in with your face or not your face, whichever you feel like, and go from there. This week has been just weird, guys. It's been weird for me. Oh my gosh, it's been so weird. I don't know about you guys, but like, hey, hi, Tim. Good to see you again, darling. This week has just been really, really weird for me, guys. I've been, you know what, guests haven't showed up, things haven't happened, things are canceling left and right. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, I'm sitting here going, Spirit, oh my God, what do you have in the works for me? What's going on? I'm not used to that, but I will tell you what, I do know when that happens, it's because bigger, better things are usually coming, but it's kind of scary. And by the way, guys, I'm calling it Harry Potter Day, just so you know. I don't know why, but I had to go see the doctor because I had a one year anniversary checkup of my weight loss journey. Woot woot. And I realized when I walked in to see the doctor, I was wearing my Harry Potter sweater. I had my Harry Potter backpack, my Harry Potter leggings, and I thought, yeah, this is a little creepy. And it's truly, guys, I love the sweater. Don't get me wrong, but the only reason I wear it is because literally after all the weight loss, it's the only sweater I have that fits. It's the only one I have that fits. Okay. And honestly, I bought this sweater for my daughter last year for Halloween costume. And I'm such a Harry Potter freak that I want it back when you're done with it. And I never thought I'd fit into it. And it turns out it's the only one I got that fits. So, and the leggings were just, they were just a hope to ever get into them one day. I bought them when I was 250 pounds. Never think I'd get into them. I did. So there you go. So I walked through the clinic going, yep, I'm Harry Potter. I think people were laughing at me. I'm not quite sure. But that's okay. But it does tell me that, guys, I am on to new beginnings, new, better things. You know what? And I had to think about this wonderful outfit. Am I just kind of creepy and crazy, or is it for a reason? So because, you know what, I'm a person that looks at signs and symbologies and, you know, what spirit says, you know, I'm that person. So literally I kind of went, okay, what's this about? And I thought, wow, I've gone through a lot of transitions. This is on to bigger, better things and more magical things. So I'm super excited for that. And I love it because we got Tim who is going to come in, and like everybody, you can click the link like Tim did, and then I will bring you on screen and we'll do a reading for you straight up. So I'm going to add Tim. Hi, Tim.
How you
Nice to
doing?
see you in the flesh again.
Yeah, isn't that special?
It is. You're all tan. Look at that.
Well,
Give it a week on the beach.
it looks that way the more white you have on your face.
I couldn't tell. I was just looking at the tan. I wasn't seeing any white, just the tan.
Yeah,
But a week on the beach, I'm jealous. Just so you know, I'm jealous. So
you're jealous of all the white or the tan?
the tan, the beach, You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a good time.
How
We had
many
a good
people get
time.
to sit there on a beach for a week and just right on the beach and just be there,
It,
you
it,
know?
it, that is, it's our favorite place to go. You actually step out of the motorhome onto the sand, 40 feet to the water.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what is your question tonight, my dear? What is your question tonight?
Oh, well, I suppose first I want to say that the picture before and after pictures are really good. I love it.
Oh, well, thank
That takes a lot of work. I know.
you. Well, a little bit, yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? I've never held this secret, and I never will have a secret that a year ago I made the transition to have weight loss surgery. And
Yeah.
I will tell you what, a year ago I was going to keep it a secret. I was keeping it under wraps. I was like, oh, I was embarrassed, but and I thought, you know what? It's one of those dirty little secrets. I want to get out of the closet and just say, no, this is who I am. This is what I did. It was a quick fix in the beginning, but it's been a work ever since. So
Right. Right. It still is a big commitment.
it is.
A big commitment and a life change. So
It is.
it's
Everything's
not
been
like you can change your mind the next morning.
no, this is permanent. Well, I should say the surgery is permanent. The
Yeah.
weight loss can always come back. I mean, that can always
Right.
come back. So
And then what mess are you in?
oh, then I'm in a bigger mess, aren't I? Because I
Right.
can't redo it again. I'm just okay. Now I'm just stuck with myself. So it's been a year long of learning how to eat and learning how to be. And they even went to me, "Do you exercise? What's your exercise?" I said, "I don't exercise, but I never stop moving now. I never stop moving." And they just started laughing at me. And they're like, "Well, that's pretty much the same." So
Yeah.
yeah, can't complain about that. But I didn't want some dirty little secret for somebody to come out later on and say, "You did this." I did. I did. I cheated the system, but I had to. So that's okay. You know?
Yeah. So I have a question. I have some friends that need a little bit of financial help. Should life isn't I'm not rich,
Okay.
but I have a little bit of resources. Should I help?
Okay. Well, let's look into that because I'm going to tell you right off the bat, a few things are happening with you. As soon as you said you had friends that needed financial help, a few things happen. And I want to say you're doubting whether you should give it or not. Okay, right off the bat, it feels like a doubt because within your throat chakra, it just felt like it kind of started to close up, like you know what I mean, like. And I don't think it's so much of you getting money back or anything like that. It's more kind of like I feel like you're changing your way of being things, and sometimes monetary is not the best help you can do. I do feel like you're still trying to gain some insight, not just from me, but from your guides, your loved ones,
Yeah.
logic, reasoning, whatever it is, like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? And I'm going to tell you, the more I hear, should I, it just feel you start to ease into this. And I feel like you're finding other ways to possibly help somebody. Okay. So, I mean, throwing out cash is easy, and I know it is, but I feel like you're trying to find other ways, other ideas, other forms of helping people or helping these
Yeah.
people. Friends. I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't want to be
They're at a distance, so
yeah.
I'm not sure what options I do have.
Well, you know what? It can always be something as, hey, have you looked at all your resources?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, have you looked at all your resources? I know I'm a resource, but have you looked at all of them? And I keep hearing like, that whole thing of, if you give somebody a fish, you could feed them tonight, but if you teach them how to fish, they can, they can eat for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like you're going into that part of let's teach them how to fish because I feel like these people have needed help before. I don't know if that makes sense. It just feels like they've needed help before. Maybe not to this point, but they've needed it before. And I feel like sometimes I think in your mind you go, hey, I think they rely a little bit much on other people and maybe not so much on themselves. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
type of thing, And I do feel like they just need some because I keep hearing the word education, education, education. Like they need to find some sort of education with helping themselves along their way. And maybe the education is also kind of getting some extra information, some knowledge of their own to bring themselves up so that they can look for, a better way of living, a better way of doing things of that nature. Okay. Um, and the weird thing is after we're done here today, I think you'll still be thinking, should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? But I will tell you what, even with me saying it back and forth, and now all that freed up, it's going back into you feel like you're very hesitant. Okay. And there's a reason behind the hesitation. There's a definite reason behind the hesitation. Okay. And I keep hearing like you feel like you're being milked dry. So I don't know how many people have asked for help. You know what I mean? But I'm hearing you feel like you're being milked dry.
I typically don't get a phone call unless somebody needs something.
Thank you, because it's kinda like I feel like I'm getting milked
Yeah.
dry, and it's like, I don't wanna say no to everybody, but it's like, "Oh my god, when is enough enough?" You know? And I feel like you're coming to that point where you're like, "You know, enough's enough. Either invite me out for dinner or don't invite me for my wallet." You know what I mean? That type of
Yeah.
a thing, kinda like,
Mhm.
I want it twofold. I want to be in somebody else's life other than a monetary value, okay? And I'll tell you what, the more I sit with it, the more it feels like you're just going, "No, I don't." I feel like you're feeling like, "No, you shouldn't do this." You know what I mean? It feels like, you know, if this is a natural disaster, if they're in Florida, it's one thing, you know what I mean? But I feel like
Right.
for something you're going, is it or is it not really needed?" You know what I mean? So let's pull a card on this either way. Oh my god, I can't make this up. It's the wise leader card, sir. You are a vacuum beacon for others. So with being a wise leader, what would a wise leader do? You know what I mean? They're going to make the smarter of the choices. They're going to look at what's wise. What is a better course of action for the people? What is the best way to help the people? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So look at that course of action. What is the best way to help these people? If it's monetary, then do it monetary. If it is guidance to, hey, let's give some education. Let's teach you some self-love. Let's teach you how to use a bank account, whatever it might be. Look at what the wise leader would do to help their people and go with it that way. Does that make
Perfect.
sense for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
You
Um,
know,
I've got a lot of kids that need that kind of education. It's
sometimes,
crazy because they're 40 years old, you know.
I'm 50 something or more, and I need that education sometimes. So beautiful.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jim. You have a great night, and thank you
Hey,
for
you
all
too. I'll be
your
paying
time.
attention.
Perfect. Hi, Diana. How are you doing tonight, lady? How are you doing? Tonight we're doing a couple of different ways. Tonight we're for anybody watching, um you can either come on in and say hi to me. We haven't been on the show in what feels like forever. I mean, it's been like almost a month. Seriously, it's been forever in a day since I've been on. I bet you all thought I'd quit altogether, but I didn't. We've just had storms and we've had physical malfunctions because I'm in one state, the producer's in another state, and you know what? We might not have a storm up here, might be beautiful weather, but he could have a storm down there. And this September has just not been happy for us. So we are coming in tonight to do readings, talking about a lot of stuff going from that direction. We did put a link in the comments, so if you want to come on, you don't even have to come on with your face. You can just come in and let me hear your voice, and we can do a one-on-one reading. They're a little bit longer than the personal cards that I do when we just have a bunch of people coming in. But feel free to do that if I'm going to do a reading just with the cards in general. You know what? I know I do them weekly on my other radio show, but until somebody comes in and says, "Hey, come on, I got questions." Ugh, sorry, I'm thirsty. I would not do camera tonight. That's okay, Diane. There's actually an option if you click the link to come in with voice and not with camera, just so you know. Just to let you know. So let's just pull some cards. Let's pull three random cards here. Okay, I shuffled them. Let's pull these cards just to see what is going on this week. So pick card 1 through 3 and we'll go from there. So the first card I got is at unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Yeah. Yeah, I just looked at all three of these cards. Wow. You are exactly where you need to be. I love this because so often we sit there and go, "Oh my God, what am I doing? Where am I supposed to? What is happening with life?" And we tend to sit there and we tend to sit there and just go, "What the hell's going on?" With that being said, I'm going to tell you card number one, if you pick number one, it really means that you are exactly where you need to be in life. Don't worry that you're like going, "I'm feeling stuck," or "I don't know if I'm coming or going," or "what's going on." No, you're exactly where you need to be. Number two, that wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Oh my gosh, isn't that exactly what this is supposed to be? When you're in the unknown territory, I'm going to read these as individual cards, but as a reading too, because I'll tell you what, all three of these cards like fit so beautifully. But even though you don't know where you're at, doesn't mean you can't enjoy this, doesn't mean not be in the present moment. So take your time, be in the moment, understand that this is a journey of life, that you're supposed to enjoy it. And in years to come, or months or weeks, whatever it is, you're going to look back and go, wow, that was incredible. I was clueless, but it really was incredible. So take that time to smell the roses while you're wandering, while you don't know where you're at. Okay. And number three, it's called answering the call. It is that time is now. So know that, you know what, you do have things coming very soon, like right around the corner. With that being said, say yes to them. Start saying yes. Yeah, some people go, don't say yes to everything. I'm a person that says say yes to everything. Like anything comes through the door, say yes. Why not? It's on your doorstep for a reason. So know that those opportunities are coming. Know that you know what, you might be wandering. You may not be knowing where you're at right now. Enjoy the time, but when it comes very soon, feels like it's right around the corner, say yes to it. Okay. So hopefully that helps everybody for just a few cards for the day. I've got Miss Diana in the background, so let's bring her in. Diana, I'm glad you found the voice option.
Hi, yes, I couldn't do camera tonight. No way.
You know what I did? I went through the makeup on, I threw my hair up in a little clip, and I hairsprayed the heck out of it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you look adorable.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You don't even know. I appreciate it. But all of a sudden at 5 o'clock, I went, oh, I got to be on camera. And it was not a makeup day, guys. It was not a makeup day. So what is your question, Miss Diane? I don't know if I've ever heard your voice before.
Yes, I've done this with you
Oh, yeah.
before.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's been forever then, hasn't it?
It has been. It has been forever.
Beautiful.
I don't know if I have a specific question. I just know those cards sounded like they were for me too, but yeah.
Let's pull 3 more for you and see what's going on. How's that sound? Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Pull 3 just fresh ones for you, and we'll go from there. I got grandkids running around in the background. Can you hear it?
No, I can't.
I'm telling you, someday I'm going to have a closed off studio, and and it's just going to be soundproof, and I'll be in a multi-million-dollar mansion.
Yes, you will.
I'm manifesting that. So let's pull your 3 cards. Traveling lightly is the first one. So simplify your life. Oh my gosh, isn't that incredible right there? Simplify your life. And I like that because I do feel, okay, beautiful. I love these. So there's a reason for this. So simplifying your life is really looking at all the clutter within your life. This could be clutter in your home, in your life, everywhere, wherever it is that you feel like it's a little too heavy. Okay. And I will tell you what, you tend to have to do this in order to open up the energy for other things. Okay. Which tells me you have other things coming in, you have other things in the work, you have possible thoughts or ideas of things you want to do, but you don't have room for it. Does that make sense? So you really have to start simplifying some things. Just kind of, make a list of pros and cons. What do you need? What don't you need? What is worth your anxiety and what is not,
Yes.
and start to simplify those things. I like this one because where it's going to, it says to then turn around, then you're going to expand your horizons. Now that kind of goes, well, why do I need to do that? You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on? And this is where I'm seeing something else coming to you. Okay. Something else coming, something else moving into moving into you, into your scope of things. I feel like life is not going to be as simple as maybe it has been. Okay. And I feel like this is where that expansion is. So it's simplifying, uncluttering, decluttering, making things a little easier in life, and then turn around because you have to start expanding like your thought process. What is possible? What can I do? What do I want to do? Those type of things. Okay. With the last one being taking action. Do you like that? Taking action, but with passion. Okay. So do you see where these cards have gone with? It's like, you really can't make it up. I mean, I would love to say cards are a bunch of BS, but they tend to be exactly what I would think anyway, or get in my head.
Yes.
So taking that action with passion. So it's like when this opportunity comes, when you finally pull this all together and you're like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I want to do. Really feel into it and do it. Take it like, I just heard take it by the balls and run. So excuse me, which I am supposed to be unfiltered. I've been trying to clean up this mouth of mine. It's not working so well, but I've been trying. But take it, have a lot of passion and run with it. Okay.
Okay.
I want to say with that being said, I do feel the expansion. I'm not sure if this is like work, education, what's going on, but it's in that realm. You know what I mean? That work, education, type realm is where I'm feeling this, okay?
Mhm.
I don't know which one it's at. I just know it's in that realm. And I feel like that's where it's at because I'm hearing, I'm hearing part of my head, like you saying, old dogs can't learn new tricks. But I'm
Mhm.
hearing, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. And
Right.
you know what? They usually learn them a little bit easier than the old dog, the new dogs do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You've been there, you've done that. And I feel like it's just, you know what, learning how to do things a little bit differently, expanding on that, and then attacking it. Okay. And are
Yeah.
you a crafter or just a creative person?
I'm told that I am. I try to be.
Okay, all of a sudden I just seen a table like crafting or creativity all
Uh-huh.
around. It was like crazy. All of a sudden I just seen it like, okay, get to work now. It's
Yes, probably my water painting, and then we do, like, polishing rocks, and I'm thinking about doing jewelry. So, yeah, in that regard, yes.
there you go. Well, yeah, I'm just seeing a bunch
Mhm.
of creative things all over. So I'm
It's
hearing
all over
get
my house.
to work, get to work on this. I'm almost wondering, I don't know if you already have a business or you sell stuff, but I'm almost wondering if you're looking at possibly creating a business or selling stuff.
Right, I'd love to have a crystal shop, that would be amazing, and I've also decided to open because my whole life, I'm one of those people where it's like, "Okay, these things happen," it's like, "No, God, please, no, God," and pushing it
Yeah,
away,
yeah,
and I finally decided a few months ago, and I work with Steph. Steph is I love her, she's a
amazing.
close friend of mine, and I have a whole few lot of things coming in, so I think that might be where the clutter is because I don't know where to start, where to stop, where I'm going with this, you know?
Right. Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it. And I
Mhm,
think that's where it is. It's kind of simplify. Don't overcomplicate it. You know what I mean? Don't
mhm.
overcomplicate it but at the same time run with it. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like
Yes.
I always say it, keep it simple, stupid. I think it's because it's
Mhm,
an old school terminology. You know what I mean? It's the
mhm,
I see Sam boot, chicken soup for the soul type books, that
mhm.
type of thing. The more we simplify things, the more that we can put more passion in, the more we can create, and the more that we can do things with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
if this is something you wanna do, you know what? A crystal store does not always have to be something that is with brick and mortar. Sometimes
Right.
it can just be online, okay?
Mhm.
So thank you so much, Miss Diane, for
Thank
doing
you.
that, and I will see you again soon, okay?
Thank you, I appreciate
You.
you.
Hey, everybody, I'm gonna take a really quick break, and I'll be right back. This is DeEtte Ranae with Unfiltered. I'll be back in a few.
Ellie Weisensel's psychic medium is a medical intuitive that specializes as a body code practitioner. As an energy healer, Ellie offers additional services that allow her modalities to be intertwined with energetic healing. Within your subconscious lies information that knows everything about you and why you deal with specific conditions. The subconscious can be considered the blueprint to your entire body. With Ellie working physically with your subconscious mind, we detect what negative emotions are trapped and where they are stored within the body that is causing you your emotional and physical pain. This work is designed to remove imbalances and correct them energetically, getting to the root cause of why you have your condition, to help balance your body so it may heal itself. Your body is infinitely wise and wants to be in balance. The body code is not only gentle for humans, but it is also a gentle process to help animals. For more information, contact Ellie Weisensell at the website below.
Hey everybody, this is DeEtte Ranae here, and I'm back with Unfiltered with DeEtte Ranae. I do apologize, I had to run really quick, but I am back. You know what? Life happens, doesn't it? Life happens. So come on back in with some more questions. If you'd like to come on screen, I know again, guys, I've not been here for pretty near a month, and I know that kind of wreaks havoc, and people stop watching if you don't show up. So please come on in, ask some questions. Pick my brains, whatever you need to do. I'm good with whatever. You know what I mean? Click the link, come on in. I like to be there. I like to answer your questions, whatever it might be. You know, I don't want to end things short tonight, guys. Excuse me, my throat chakra, I think, is plugging up on me, you know. I want to tell you though, guys, I feel like I need to talk to you guys a little bit about learning to listen to your guides, learn to listen to those loved ones that maybe it's, you know, your inner thoughts, your innermost thoughts, feelings, emotions, that guidance, okay? Because it's really open for me right now. And I just feel like I need to kind of talk about that for a minute, unless somebody wants to come in with a question. And I do feel like part of this is just learning to pay attention, guys. So a lot of people will say, like, I'll tell you, I'm predominantly clairaudient, okay? It's a very fancy French term that really all it means is clear hearing. That's all it means, is clear hearing, okay? So I hear things. You know what? Some people see dead people. I hear dead people. Does that make sense? I hear dead people. So I do see, don't get me wrong, I do see, you know, but both of those things happen within the mind, within the brain. Okay. And what you have to do is learn how to pay attention to random thoughts. And that's what I talk about when it comes to hearing things. Okay. So hearing the words, hearing random thoughts, hearing, you know, things out of nowhere, you know, hearing random songs, all those wonderful things that, you know, and it's a random thought, things that are in your mind. So it's not like walking around and all of a sudden the song comes on the radio. It's not that type. I'm talking about the kind that happens in your mind. Okay. So, you know, if I had to raise a hand, as if I was teaching a class, I would literally go, "Hey guys, I would like a raise of hands of anybody that's been driving down the road. You're on the way home from work. You always go the same way. You know, you never veto from it. And then all of a sudden, boom, one day you hear turn left. You don't know why, but you turn left. You just do it. You don't know why. You just do it, right? And you know what? You take the left, and about 3 minutes later, you figure out, oh my God, I took a left. Why the hell did I take a left? You know what I mean? You get home, you're like, God, I took the long way home. What? That's ridiculous. I wasted, 10 minutes of my life, blah, blah, blah. But then later on that night, you find out there was a car accident or something happened. And it might have been you if you had not taken that left. Now, we don't give too much credit to hearing the turn left. We really don't until after it's happened. You know what I mean? Maybe a few times. Maybe a few times. But then, you know what? You can actually start to kind of turn that around. So that's the random thought. That's a random thing where your guides have come in, maybe your grandma's come in, somebody's come in and said, hey, turn left, saving you some time. You know what? We're wasting 10 minutes of your life to save you 2 hours or maybe a hospital stay, whatever it might be. But how do you do this on a random, all the time? Make it all the time. Make it on demand. Okay. How you do that is literally you start talking to your guides. You start talking to grandma. You start talking to grandpa. You start talking to whoever's on the other side that you feel close to. And you randomly just go, hey, how you doing? Good morning. What you up to? I got nothing to do. It's kind of like talking to yourself for a while. Okay. Slowly but surely, what's going to happen is all of a sudden you're going to have a dialogue going on in your head. And it's an incredible dialogue. And how it starts is literally because in the beginning, you're going to answer your own questions, guys. You're going to go, how you doing? And you're going to you're going to pause for a second. You're going to come back and you're going to go, well, guess I'm doing pretty good. And all those pauses are you. When you have to pause and you have to give it a moment and then you hear something, that's really your own brain. That's you, talking to yourself, when we sit there and say we're crazy or whatever. But when you go, hey, good morning, how you doing? You hear fine, great, whatever. Immediately, that's the other side. That's the other side. You can ask a whole ton of stuff of the other side. And it's great. It's great. Now I'm going to tell you a little story because I keep seeing this image of a story I got to tell y'all. And it's so funny because it's no secret. I teach psychic mediumship development. I teach beginners through certification level. And I have a few other classes I teach too. And when I talk to my beginners, you know what, I always talk to them about guides and listen to their guides and, and I always teach them how to do this stuff. And They always kind my answer, Tim, my wife answers before I finish asking, exactly. So I tell that, and I don't know if I've told you guys this story before, but I've told it multiple times. So there's no secret. When I go to do an event or I go do an event, go do a gallery, go teach, whenever I'm going to be away, I always ask Spirit what I should wear. Why? Because I never know. I never know. Spirit really does dress me. I'll tell you. Even Harry Potter, guys, Spirit dressed me today. Okay, because ain't no fool putting this whole world, including the. I always wear these pants with black shirts, so even to put the gold on, you know what I mean? I always ask Spirit, what should I wear? And this is about 4 or 5 years ago. I was teaching up in Duluth, Minnesota, and I was at a really quaint little Italian restaurant. I'd rented out a room in their basement, all finished, like boardroom type room. And I rented this space out to teach. And I had just been in Hayward, Wisconsin the month before. Okay. Teaching the same class, and nobody was going to be at the same class, so it's no big deal. But I asked Spirit what I should wear, and they basically told me to wear the same outfit I wore in Hayward. And I went, I'm not wearing that. Sorry, not doing it. I'm not wearing that outfit on a few levels. And none of it had to do with being the same outfit because I could really care less. Trust me, my closet's not that big. I have got to wear the same outfits a lot. But it was a difference between May and June, and it was all black leather and then black leather boots and this gray and black sweater, and it was going to just be too warm. And I went, no, not doing it. I'm going to go into this class. It's in the basement of this Italian restaurant. I'm going to go in really relaxed. Nobody to impress, just going to show up. I was going to wear, I always say a pair of my ripped up jeans, but really they're just the jeans with, the pre-manufactured holes in the knees, and a red t-shirt I was going to wear, and a pair of flip-flops. I was going to put my hair up in a ponytail and call it a day. That's what I was going to wear. And that's what I thought I was going to wear. And Spirit argued with me. No, my guides argued with me until they were blue in the face. I'll tell you what. And I still said, nope, I was not going to wear what they wanted. Well, I went to packing and ended up being in a rush packing. And next thing I knew, that outfit was packed. And I went, it might have gotten a suitcase, but I'm packing my clothes too. And to store it. So I put what I was going to wear in there too. And I thought, it fits, whatever. Make my peace with it. There are outfits in there. I wasn't going to fight. But I thought, I'm not taking those darn boots with me. Those boots are staying home in my closet, end of story. I'm going. And I always go up to Hayward, and every Friday night that I get up there, I go over to one of my friends, Lisa's house, and we get a Frankie's Pizza because I'm just addicted. I love Frankie's Pizza up in Hayward, Wisconsin. And I go to her house, and we sit down, we eat. And normally I leave her house by 9:30. And then I would drive the 20 minutes to my mom's house to sleep and get up and drive the hour and 20 minutes up to Duluth the next morning. Well, Lisa was going to be taking my class from me the next day. And she said, you know what? You want me to drive? I said, sure, why not? So we got to talking like friends do. And before I knew it, was like 11:30 at night. After I drove, I'd worked during the day. I drove 5 hours up there, and then I'm up until 11:30 at night. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get home. She's like, oh my God, I got to get to bed, whatever. We both, we part ways, and she goes, I'll see you in the morning. I'm like, great. I overslept. And I was in a rush to get ready. I was in this rush to get ready. And so I got ready and did my hair, did my makeup, threw clothes on, and I called her to find out where she is. And she's like, oh my God, I had problems with my truck. Finally got it started. Do you mind driving? I said, no, just get here, because I was on the way. And sure enough, she pulls in, drops her truck, gets in my car. We start driving. And all of a sudden I realize I'm wearing the black pants, a black shirt, and this black and gray sweater. But I got my flip-flops on. And I went, Spirit, I'm taking off the sweater and I'm going in the rest with my flip-flops, end of story, blah, blah, blah. And they looked at me then, no, you're not. And I said, oh, yeah, I am. I'm not doing what you want. I want to be relaxed this time. Well, we get up to Duluth and we're talking and laughing and we're joking and whatnot. Of course, I'm a little bit late. So I, have to hurry up to get out of my car and get all the supplies out of the back. And so I hurry up. I throw open the door and put one foot up and went to step at the same time. And my foot slid. My flip-flop broke. Popped that toe holder thing right off. I went, really? What am I supposed? I am like, great. Now I'm going to be barefoot for the day. This is perfect because I don't have time to go buy another pair of shoes. And I'm like, whatever. I'll figure this out. So I go to the back of my SUV and I pop the hatch to grab the suitcase for the day. And there's those damn boots. I don't know how they got in my vehicle. I don't know who put them boots in my vehicle, but there they were. And I put the boots on because obviously I had no shoes. And I fought my spirit guides going, really, really. I still threw my hair up in the ponytail because I'm just that rebel. I'm gonna fight with them. And they went fine. They were done fighting with me. I was in the outfit they wanted. Anyway, so that, the day progresses and I'm teaching and teaching and teaching. They have lunch and they come back. And then it comes to a point in the day where I have to go, you know what, everybody want a restroom break. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a little bit before 2. And I said, I just told them this story. And this day, and I was actually everybody in the class literally was, for the most part, I would say, I don't know, most of them were over the age of 60. So all these ladies were looking at me like, uh-huh, whatever, like I was blowing smoke up somebody's tushy. Well, they went to break and they came back, and it happened to be the screen, the guides and stuff still up on the screen because I teach with a projector. So I just got done telling the story. And they came back into the classroom, and behind them was a younger gentleman with a tripod. And he's just fumbling with his tripod, and I'm going, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? And he looks at me and goes, is this some sort of psychic class going on or something? And I went, yeah, but you're a little late. I said, it started at 10 o'clock this morning. There's just no way I could get you caught up, but I would love to give you some information on the next class. And he went, oh, no, 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 no. I'm from Fox News. We're doing a feel good special because that's what their news does up there. And we're here to see if we can interview you. And my mouth dropped. I mean, we're like, and I looked at the class and they looked at me and I went, can we do it in the hall? And he went, yeah. So we set up, and all I could think was my hair's up in this ponytail and I'm trying to take it out of my ponytail. I'm trying to fluff my hair, but I got ponytail hair now at this point. And he's like, you look fine, you look great, blah, blah, blah. So I did the interview and we got done. He looked at me, goes, do you mind if I video the class a little bit? And I said, well, I have to ask them. So I walked in the room and I asked the ladies, and they went, most of them, all but one went, yeah, not a problem. One lady looked at her at the class. She goes, well, I've been trying to hide this part of me from my husband, but I guess the cat's going to be out of the bag now. So he came in and he was recording, and I re-talked to him about, hey, Tom, about guides again. That's what I did. I re-talked about guides again. And he got done and he left. And the minute he walked out the door, I went, and the old ladies looked at me. And one goes, aren't you glad you didn't wear the ripped up jeans and the red t-shirt? And I about died laughing. I'm like, oh, hell no. And I learned from that moment on, whenever my guides tell me to wear something, I wear it because there's a reason. Can you imagine me on Fox with red shirt, ripped up jeans, talking about psychic stuff? Yep, believe the lady here. So even today, guys, when the spirit put me in Harry Potter from head to toe, there's a reason for it, and I don't even know why. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story, But does anybody else have any questions? Is anybody out there? Wow, that was awesome. It was, I don't even know who, guys, it's so weird. It is so weird because everybody it is so weird because it doesn't ever show me on StreamYard who is the Facebook user. So I have to sit there and go, dude, I got to go searching for you guys. I have to go searching for you to go, who is watching? Who is that person? So who is that person? Okay, it's still not going to tell me. Oh my God, it's okay. So whoever is the Facebook user that said, wow, that is awesome. Thank you. It was awesome. It was incredible. My whole life, I've got story after story after story. But I'll tell you what, it's time, guys, to start listening to this other side. It's time to start hearing them. It's me, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. It is so crazy how it shows me as you as just Facebook user. It is so crazy. But it is so weird, guys, to start listening to our guides, to start listening to things, to start resonate with what's going on in your head, because it's always there for a reason. It's always there for a reason, no matter what. It's it's always there for a reason. And I don't know why. I don't have a clue. I don't have an understanding. I just know that they're there and they're there for our own guidance and it's there for us to kind of trek along and move forward. It is weird. It is weird stuff. I'm telling you what, I should always be able to see your face and your name. I should. Even though I feel like I've been neglecting everybody since then. That your resistance is futile. Hey, I'll be wearing Baby Yoda tomorrow, guys. Wouldn't that be funny? Because trust me, I think I got one of his shirts too. Not the pants, though. Not the pants, just the shirt. Yes, I am that ladies from the 80s. Yes, what should I be doing next? LOL. Sometimes hard to hear because I'm getting in my own. Exactly. Oh, hi, Sherry. Oh my God, I have not seen you in so long on here. Let's look at this, Miss Steph. Let's look. Okay. Wow, Steph, you're not seeing what's in front of you, are you, darling? Wow, my eyes just started to like cloud over and burn up a little bit, and it just feels like you're not seeing what's in front of you. But at the same time, I feel like, um, thank you. I don't know if you're blocking your ears. What's going on? I know you said you're getting in your own way, but I really do feel like you really have gotten in your own way. I just feel like this. Hey, hello, Nicole. I feel as if you are just, I don't want to say blocking, but I feel like you're not wanting to see, you're not wanting to push forward. You're not, it's almost where to go, how to go. Okay. But I'm almost wonder if it's more of the energies that have been around of late. You know what? These energies, this last Mercury retrograde was a kick in the butt to everybody. I know myself, I think I've secluded into my hole and haven't come out yet. Just starting to come out in the last day or so. But I think that might be part of it. But let's pull a few cards for you, darling. Oh my gosh, is that not funny? It's a transformation card. So it does make me feel like I am correct in that. And I think maybe both of you and me have been rocking the same thing, where we kind of go in, you block yourself, you hide away from the world, you don't know where you're going. You know what I mean? But you're in a flux of transformation. It's going in. But I like this card because with this card, it does have the Phoenix. And yes, the Phoenix is there. Part of it is feeling a little self-conscious and anxiety getting into it. Yeah, exactly. But the transformation card in this Phoenix really shows me, you know what? This is a brand new Phoenix coming out. The flame is done, the ashes have been burned, and this baby has grown up again. Okay. So it shows me that you're into this transformation and you're starting to come out, starting to get new, fresh ideas, start new different ways of looking at things. Okay. With that being said, though, solitude, silence, and peace prevails. I like this because with this, it's also shown with this card, even though we have the Phoenix, and even though this you're coming fresh and renewed, this is also saying that you need to go inward. So no matter what I say, no matter what anybody else says, you really need to go in here. So maybe part of the not me not being able to see and me not being in here is that you're not getting influence from spirit. You're not getting influence from anybody out there. You're just going in to say, oh my gosh, what is this that I need? What is it that I need? What do I need for my growth? Because I do feel like this is a growth process and it pushing you further and pushing you further out. Exactly. I get it, stuff. I get it. So I like this one because the last card I'm seeing is the view from above card, getting the bigger picture. Okay. So as you're going through this, because remember, we got this, you got the fresh view. You know what? You need to go within and kind of look at it. But I like that getting the bigger picture. So what is the bigger picture? What is the bigger outcome that you want? Stop looking at all the small steps to getting there. Look at the bigger picture. What is that bigger dynamic? What is that scene that if you could paint your life, what is it that you want? Make that painting, make that image, and allow everything else to kind of work its way up to that. Okay. Doesn't matter how you get there, how many different steps you take, or the direction, because you and I both know you can be thinking, okay, that's my destination, and I'm going to go straight towards it, right? I'm going to go easiest path between wait from here to there is a straight narrow path, right? Unless you got hills and mountains and everything else. And I'll tell you what, if you're climbing over obstacles, gosh, that takes a lot. It takes a lot to go up and down those. It takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of time. But if your path winds through it all, winds here, there, and everywhere, you get to enjoy a lot more scenery. It doesn't take as much effort, and you're going to get there in less time. Okay, so start seeing the bigger picture. Okay, I also like the fact that I pulled 3 cards because I'm seeing 3, and I don't know if you know this, but I talked to a little Miss Christina this last weekend. And me, you, and her are supposed to be getting together to talk. And I do think that's kind of like the next part of the journey if you're still good with it. Um, but I do feel like, hon, you are, you know what, it's kind of going, you're in a thing of solitude. I know you're calling it anxiety, but I think like right now you just have to take some deep breaths, do some meditation. Oh my God, yes, I said that word. God, awful word. I said that word. But literally go within, see yourself and bring yourself back out anew and see where you're going from there, where you want to go. Do you want to do stage? Do you want to do it from home? Do you want to do it from here? I was told by a teacher that manifesting too big doesn't work. I need to start small. Example, should I ask for a Hyundai rather than a Lincoln? It should make understand what I'm saying. If you understand, I do understand, but oh, hi, Kelly. But it's not a matter of manifesting too big. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, I know what I want. I know what I want. I don't know how I'm going to get there. So I'm not manifesting all my steps. Okay. I'm not manifesting all my steps. I'm not manifesting how I'm going to get there. I know what I want. I know where I'm going. But how I get there is another thing. Okay. So, yeah, manifesting too big is one thing. And sometimes you have to take to do things, but it doesn't mean you can't have the Lincoln. Doesn't mean you can't say, I don't want the Lincoln. I want the damn Lincoln. But I might have to buy the Honda. I might have to buy the junk car, drive it for a little bit, fix it back up, sell it, resell it to advance myself bigger, and then advance myself bigger and advance myself bigger until I'm in the Lincoln. Or you might even have to say, you know what, I'll get an older Lincoln and I'll start there and I'll work my way up to the brand new Lincoln. But it doesn't mean you can't want the Lincoln. It doesn't mean you can't manifest the Lincoln. It's how that manifestation process is going to work that you have to leave up in the air for. Exactly, it does. Exactly. But yeah, it's totally okay to manifest bigger things. Why not manifest bigger things? Why not? Why not? But I will tell you what, part of the problem of that is, and I'm going to tell it to you and everybody, okay? I'm going to tell you to everybody. Remember when I was talking about listening? Remember when I was talking about listening and following that path? So if you're manifesting something big, if you're manifesting, this is what I want. Say off the top of your head, you want $10,000 a month income. I want $10,000 a month income. Okay. Now, if spirit comes and tells me how to get that, I best listen. I better best do what they tell me to do. If not, I'm trying to make it do it my way, and therefore I'm going to stop the manifestation. So ask for what you want and then listen to how to get to it. How funny you said that about an older Lincoln because the one I was, what isn't it made any longer. So it is all that is too funny. Well, the funny thing is, Steph, what I actually seen is a Lincoln I used to own, and it was an older Lincoln. Beautiful silver Lincoln, gorgeous red velvet type material on the inside. I straight piped it with a double. I dual exhausted straight piped it right off the back. Of course, that's what I used to do to cars back in the day. Badass sounding. I am doing car pulls tonight, Miss Kelly. Let's pull one for you, darling. So hopefully stuff that makes sense for you. And you know what? Let's talk, darling. Let's talk. I'm back out of my shell. It's taken a bit and a lot of pep talks, but I'm finally come back out. I'm still broke, but we're working on it. So let's pull for you, Miss Kelly. Let's pull for you, darling. Let's pull for you, my dear. Let's see what you got going on. Oh my gosh, Kelly, you do have a lot. I don't even have to pull the card. Oh my gosh, darling. I know you keep screaming at me this week, and I know when you come out of the woodwork, Kelly, and you start telling me new numbers and this and that, watch out. I know it's happening. And I'll tell you what, you've got a lot going on around you too, darling. I'm just hearing it like ding, 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 all over the place, coming at you, coming from different directions, coming from everywhere. And I know you're going to come back and you're going to say, it's those nines, but it's there. It's all coming out. I love it. The first card I got for you, darling, is that unknown territory card. You are exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. Doing what you're doing, where you're going. Exactly. Although I think you're like me right now. You have no clue where the heck that is, do you? You're like, I'm just here. I'm just doing this. Like, and coming out of that shell, that solitude that we've been fighting so hard not to be in, but we've been in. We don't realize how long we've been there. And honestly, I think, Kelly, you're kind of like me. You've probably been in that solitude shell a lot longer than you really realize, but you've been doing your darndest to fight to try to not being into it. And I think lately it might have been getting the best of you too, just like it has myself. But I do feel like part of that is where I'm going. I don't know where I'm at, don't know where you're going. And I think that's what this is about. It is that, you know what? But I think with this being said, you're starting to paint a bigger picture of what you want, where you want to go, and allowing that to happen, just like when I was talking to Steph a moment ago. So I do believe you're in some unknown territory because you don't know what's going on. Oh my God. Do not tell me. You guys see me shuffling, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to pull a fourth card for you too, Kelly, because you got the same three cards. You got the same three cards, Kelly. So that solitude, that inner peace, I'm going to go with it with you too. But you know what? With you, Kelly, I'm going to say a lot more meditation, a lot more meditation, a lot more of that inner. With you, I'm hearing not just inner journeying, but inner journaling too. Okay. So journaling, getting it out, looking at those things, crunching your numbers. But I feel like it's crunching for bigger and bolder things. Okay. And with this being said, I feel like with you of this unknown, I don't know if you've thought about writing like a column, like a numbers column or a psychic column or what's going on. But I feel like it is about, you going in, finding what more you can do, where else you can go. But I keep seeing like a numbers column or something of that nature. I don't know what that's about. So, and then the last one I picked out of the first three, I'm going to pick a fourth for you, is that looking at that bigger picture, what it is you want. Just like Stephanie got, it is seeing where else can I go? What else can I do? What else is happening? Okay. All that type of stuff. And I don't feel like for you, it's so much as manifesting that bigger picture, because I think you already know what you do or do not want to do. I think, with you, you're more about, hey, we'll just take it where we're going to go and enjoy the moment and be in this moment, moment to moment, and really enjoying this time. But with you, I feel like it's more of the bigger view. It's more about, what more can I add to me right now? What more is a deeper understanding of yourself, of your source, and pulling through that. Now, I'm like, you did see me shuffle these things, right? Everybody see me shuffle? Isn't it funny how this card came at the end and at the beginning? It's the transformation card. It's the transformation card, Kelly. I think through all of this, you're going to see yourself even come through even bigger and brighter than you already are. I think over this, and I do feel like this is just not the next weeks. I don't think this is the cards for today or tomorrow. I think this is over the next weeks, next few months, before the first of the year starts. Okay. I feel like all of this is happening right now so that you can get ready for the first of the year, for those nines, for that change, for that complete transformation. And I do feel like you are going to do a complete transformation before the year starts, like maybe not complete, but really close to that complete point where you finally go, okay, I'm done. Now I'm going to rock out all the new changes that are coming, because as you and me both know, this next year, those nines are going to be incredible. So hopefully that makes sense for you too, my love. And for everybody else, thank you for coming in. Sorry, I've been gone for like a month, but you know what? We'll be rocking it back here next week again. This is DeEtte here on Wrong Show. DeEtte here on Unfiltered with DeEtte Ranae. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.